Hello, good night. I wanted to come live. I've shared a lot on my channel about different poetry that I've done. My book, I've shared it. I've shared my artwork. And there was really an ask for me to do poetry by itself. And I've been up and down about this, but I do believe that the words that I speak are powerful. And so this section is going to be called Cola Speaks. It is real, raw, uncut. However, I've written the pieces before and the pieces now. That is how I will say them. Some of them come with cussing. Some of them come with just a rawness. I do talk about an array of topics, but I've decided to do this weekly, to do a weekly live. This is the first video. So it's going to be a little bit rough around the edges because I am doing this very uncut. I'm not editing this. I'm just allowing it to be as it is. Um, and you'll notice in this video, I have no lip design, no nothing. Like this is me coming as authentic as I can. Not that I have to. It's just something that I'm choosing to do. And in choosing to do that, I'm also choosing to read poetry from my memoir, but also new pieces that I have recently written. It's been a good 2 years since I've gotten back into like writing fresh pieces, and they deserve a stage. And if there's not a stage where I'm being welcomed to yet, then I'll create the stage here. I'll create the atmosphere. So, cheers to the first of many. Cola Speaks, raw, real, and uncut. And this is the space where if you got questions about my artwork, you got questions about poetry, feel free to ask. You'll notice that a lot of my pieces don't come with titles, and that's really because a lot of my pieces are subjective. Like however you want to title it, whatever you take from it, that's for you. So, in doing this, one thing that I really love to do when I read poetry is I ask you to participate with me. And how I ask you to do that is by asking you to close your eyes. And now you might be like, why close my eyes? I want to see everything. I want to be a part of what you're doing. But honestly, when you close your eyes, you tap into another part of your mind and you're able to hear everything that I'm saying, not be distracted by whatever I may or may not have going on in the screen. So, from here going forward, every time I read a piece, what I want you to do is close your eyes. And when I'm done the piece, then we can talk about it. So, for today, I have my book with me. We are going to read the very first poem in it. This is a piece that is very dear to my heart, and it's challenging sometimes to get it out there, but it was one of the first pieces I started writing. Ready? All right, close your eyes. One, two, three. Born into a family of two. A little girl struggles and wonders what to do because, see, her folks be working hard trying to make their money right while she ends up all alone night after night. They don't see the pain and anguish they cause, too busy preaching the gospel and following Bible laws. Picked on and teased, this little girl can't understand why God would allow her to be placed on this cruel land full of hatred and trouble. This girl was double in size, and no one realized the sadness in her eyes. Her parents were too busy for love, so she found it somewhere else. A group of guys, all different sides, came and ripped open her thighs and took something she'll never get back. Thought it was love, but it wasn't. Love could be so cold, but how could she know? She was only 14 years old. Never had the courage to stand up and be bold and tell the truth. It was rape. Like blinds hidden behind the drape, the secret of this encounter remained taped up and silent. Silently, her tears fell, wondering why she never said a thing. Her experience was for her knowledge only, But when the truth came out, it only left her lonely. Her mother never understood and wanted to send her away, but her father seemed to love her enough to let her stay. Love. What a funny word to be said. Because this so called love makes me wish I were dead. I wrote that piece. Sorry, you can open your eyes. I wrote that piece as a way to express the gang rape that happened when I was 14, the why it happened, and everything else attached to it. That piece, as hard as it sometimes is to hear when I hear it back, it was where I was. This thing that people talk about, this thing called love, it made me feel or wish like I was dead. Like I'd rather be dead than feel the love that people have for me. I'd rather be dead than experience what it is that they call love because it didn't feel like the love that God talks about. And that was literally my attitude back then. That was literally how I felt about it. And so I want to know what that piece made you feel. I want to know what you thought about it. There's really no. I know some people get really weird. Like I don't know what to say. I don't want to offend. Listen, opinions are opinions. Those are your opinions, and so there's really nothing for me to get offended over. It was my experiences, and I experienced life how I experienced life. You'll experience life how you experience life. So as we journey on along with live poetry readings and Cola Speaks, I want y'all to be honest. This journey is raw. This journey is uncut. This journey is every experience that God has given me. And I will always be as authentic as I can be. And I ask the same of you. And so I'm going to leave it here because there's more poems to read. There's more things to do. But I don't want to overcrowd it. I'll do one a week. I'll pop up. And so until next Thursday, take it in, play it back. Ask yourself if love has ever gotten you to a place where you felt dead, where you felt the people that were giving you this love, you're like, man, that really can't be love. And then find the truth. Find the love within yourself. Find the love within God. And push that love. Push that narrative. If nobody's told you, I got a lot of love for you. Enjoy your week, and we'll talk soon.